Bob stays with us, and joining us is CBS News legal analyst Rikki Klieman. Rikki, Bob, great to have you here. Rikki, I want to start with you because you were in the courtroom yesterday, and you can clarify something that I think is on a lot of people's minds, and that is, where does the actual crime begin? Because hush money itself is not illegal, but at a certain point, Michael Cohen, the prosecution hopes, will tie Trump to a crime. What is that crime?
Well, the crime has to do with the falsification of business records. There are 34 of them alleged. And that falsification has to be done to either commit or conceal a separate crime. One of the problems that many scholars have seen with this case is, what is the law of the second crime? We know a case like this was tried before, and it involved John Edwards. And in that case, you were looking at federal election violations, campaign contribution violations. There's no evidence yet in this case about that.
Bob, credibility is a huge issue for Michael Cohen. How does he get past that with the jury and everybody else watching this case?
Michael Cohen knows it. I've spoken to him at length over the years, and he knows he has served time in jail on federal charges related to these payments. At the same time, Cohen keeps coming back to, in his testimony and in private conversations with others, that this is not just about his word, it's about the documentation of these transactions, about the checks, about what's scribbled on the paper. At the end of the day, the jury is going to have to decide, is what Donald Trump did a crime or not? It's not about whether Michael Cohen can be believed.
Let me ask you this, and I'm trying to find the best way to ask it. Trump is going through all of this, and the looming presidential election is coming up. Do you believe he is doing a good job of spinning this narrative of what he can be for this country for his voter base?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. He has this built-in microphone because of the way court has been structured. He has a formidable presence. He is quite large, and he goes down that center aisle, or he comes up that center aisle, and there is a factor about his presence.
It's true.
The jury does not get to see that. However, when he gets outside, he is given time by the court to have this little colloquy, this little press conference with the press, and we could not leave the courtroom until that colloquy is done. So that goes out to all of his supporters. So yes, he is using it for spin. Keep this in mind too, as Bob really knows, Michael Cohen is using this for spin.
Yeah.
What about the Republican allies that are joining Donald Trump in court? That's different. That hasn't happened in this trial. What are they saying about this case and about Cohen's testimony in particular?
It's intriguing. I was keeping a close eye on this yesterday. Rikki was inside the court doing good work for CBS News inside. I was walking around outside, and it's so notable. So few protesters, so few activists for Trump. Who did show up? Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, who many believe wants to be the running mate for Donald Trump. So did Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama. And you see Republicans at the highest level in the Trump wing rallying around Trump. But most Trump voters, most rank-and-file Republicans, they're going on with their lives.
Yes. Right.
They've already factored in Trump's character and any questions about it into their own characterization of him.
You guys always do a good job of unpacking this for us. Rikki, Bob, thank you so much.